Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. It's time. Oh dear. Put the pop filter back. For some more Hearts of Iron 3. So, I just went through and redid technology, in a nutshell. Because we need it. We have so much leadership now, it's great. So, in addition to what I was researching originally, I've taken upon myself to finish getting the bomber techs that we need. In addition to this, I've started researching heavy cruiser and light cruisers, as well as I will start researching tactics for them. We've expanded land tactics so that we are getting stuff for self-propelled artillery, as well as morale, and so on and etc. for pretty much everything that we need. I've also started working on some supply-related things, as well as nuclear physics and atomic research. Hey, it's a little late to start on the bomb, but better late than never, as always. Alright, so where were we? Right. Anything else that I did? Not really. I spent a while just looking at it going, what do I need? Oh yeah, combat medicine for casualties trickle back. I'm preparing for an invasion of the Soviet Union, so things like that are going to be useful. We're still progressing towards... Oh yeah, that's right, actually. I will need single-engine airframe. Do I need anything else? Rocket engine, close air support. We have that, yeah, okay. So yeah, 28. Okay, so we have that as well, so that way we can approach the radar-guided missiles and bombs, of which will be incredibly important. Now, you're talking about this, you know, plus 3 heart attack, plus 2 heart attack, and soft attack on both of those. That means if we get those, we'll get plus 5 to both, which is 16 soft attack, and, oh yeah, 9 heart attack, making this stuff incredibly strong against everything. That's the whole point of these tactical bomber things. We're going to bomb the crap out of the Soviets. To hell and back. Alright. So, for the time being, everything's just sort of getting organized. Alright. No longer do we need Warsaw as an objective. However, I would like to revoke the AI. And take care of that. Yeah, there we go. Unfortunately, getting supplies in Poland is a little awkward. As, you know, they figured out as well. Hey, Danubian was annexed. So, it's time we dissolve the Axis powers. Germany has been defeated. The Nuremberg trials are underway. However, tensions continue to rise. Many would call what is going on a kangaroo court. The old Guard empires seem more intent on making an example out of the Germans. A large amount of the parliament remains fascist and even more sympathized. There are bills being put forth to remove English and American influence from the trials and extend the provisional governments we control across mainland Europe. This will irreversibly damage our relations with the Allies. But nonetheless, I'm going to do it. That dissolves the Axis. Actually causes Germany to join the Allies. The war will continue, though. The Greater East Asian Prosperity Sphere? Sure. I think that's what Japan called it. Alright. Defensive stance is good. Let's let the AI sort of start reorganizing. There we are. Poland has now been fully liberated. It only took a while, but that's okay. More research possible. There we are. Yeah, we have some extra leadership still, but I think that'll go away once we actually get heavy cruisers and light cruisers researched. Which shouldn't be too long. However, unfortunately, we're going to lose out. Education is a thing to research right now. We also have small warship radar, because that's important to get. Alright. That's 1947 now, no good. Reduce research. Good. Also, how long? Until, okay, July 2nd we'll get our first rocket test site, which is going to be important. The rocket test site will basically allow us to actually start researching rocket techs. I've started work on the atomic bomb because I also want to consider working towards a strategic rocket. There's two uses for the strategic rocket. And depends whether or not you decide to research the warhead. If you don't research the warhead, then you have a super long-range method of delivery. Apparently, while I was not looking, the Soviet Union's declared war on us, and apparently we're blitzkrieging them. The hell happened while I was not looking? Whatever. Everyone get your troops through. This army was designed to destroy the Soviets. Designed. I want air on offensive. Air on maximum offensive. What little of it we have. So, bad news. Turns out we're going to be fighting the Soviets a little sooner than anticipated. I was originally expecting to do this, say, I don't know, a long time in the future. Probably mid-45? Okay. We need Poltava. Now, I need to take out that black soil bonus that they have. That's huge for them. Now you might be saying, well, that looks pretty good. We don't have it. And two, the Soviet manpower machine is actually run really low. While I was event testing, let's show you. The Soviets have 668 manpower. I have more than them. The Germans nearly bled them completely dry. Alright. So I doubt we're going to be doing too well fighting against the Soviets, huh? Oh, there's a button upgrade. Excellent. Alright. I'm okay with this. Like I said, this army was more or less designed to be capable of fighting against the Soviets, at least for a period of time that should, keyword, should allow our allies to get in the requisite forces we will actually require. The good news is the Americans have at least some preliminary help arriving, enough to save Warsaw. And things are going well in the south, and okay in the north. I don't know how long this will hold, though. Because this will go bad sooner or later. I'm tempted to go to a prepare or other withdraw stance, and actually just start retreating. I don't really want to over-engage the Soviets, although it is going highly in my favor. I'm just concerned about pressing too far forward. Pressing too far forward in a case like this just simply means the front gets too wide, and if the front gets too wide, well, look what's happening to me already. I can't fight a wide-fronted war. We know this. There's not a chance. Doesn't seem to stop them from trying, though. Alright. I should have seen this coming. The second the Soviets managed to make peace with Finland because I dissolved the Axis, this was bound to happen. And the reason this was bound to happen is the Soviet Union is predisposed to attack Poland if it's independent. Basically, if it's not part of the Comintern and it's independent, then it'll get invaded by the Soviet Union if it's 1939 or later, or 1940 rather, I think. Really? Yes, I'm sure we do need an extra 338. Unfortunately... Alright, Lend-Lease is coming in fast. Excellent. We're going to need it. And we're apparently also going to need some other stuff. I want to see all... Who can I buy from? Okay, we can't buy from anyone who would be able to give us enough material. Yeah. Okay, so we're running out of rare materials, unfortunately. That's not good. Perhaps our ability here, we might manage to conquer some more. South Africa's finally in the Axis, huh? Or allies, huh? Jeez. This is lovely. Peace. Yeah, I can't negotiate with anyone because I'm not the war leaders. That's all the UK. So, looks like we managed to save Poland, just barely. But that's a problem. The question now comes, like, can we actually win against the Soviets? I'm hoping that we can machine down their manpower, but again, I want to potentially start falling back a bit. And to sort of engage in tug of war here. Purposefully fall back, then attack, fall back, then attack. And just try and keep the war going. Because I think they'll run out of manpower before we do. Like, they have 76 gain, I think. 78 gain. We have 50. And we have over twice the amount that they had at the start. So, given everything I know, I think we can burn the Soviets. But on the other hand, we really do need Poltavia. Where is it? That area. Lend-lease request? Sure. On the offhand chance we can actually give you stuff, I will gladly help. Alright. Good. We're doing our best here. We keep winning, and we keep slaughtering the Soviets at ratios higher than 2 to 1. If we're gonna win this, that's what we need. But at the same time, we do need to consider falling back. This is getting dangerous. Like, I took a defensive stance for a reason. I wasn't expecting you to friggin' run up so much. Okay. I really don't want to go to withdraw stance, but I think it has to be done. Like, we can't push up like this. It's certain doom. It really is. Alright. We can do this. More research possible. Yeah, I guess so. That's fine. Ooh, level 3 radar is just about done as well. That's very useful for us, because that means we can start research on the radar-guided bomb. I can just ditch radar for it, because we don't need it. Radar-guided bomb. Aw, yes. 1-1-1. We're losing provinces. We lost a battle. Uh-oh. Okay, we're winning most of the battles still, but I don't like where this is going. As a safety precaution, I'm going to have to engage withdraw. Start withdrawing. This front is way too big as it is. Unfortunately, I wasn't anticipating having A, up here to deal with, B, Poland to deal with. If I could attack, then I could isolate the front to down here by having an independent Germany in the north. Fall back. We have at least over here a bunch of land forts we can make use of. Sure. Like I say, it's pretty doubtful we'll get much to you, but considering the amount that we need right now. But I wish you luck, France. We just need everything we can to punch out as many bombers as we can at this point. July 2nd, we're going to get the rocket test site at least. Uh-oh. Yeah. We should be losing a lot. Okay. Apparently, the Russians are still managing to attack our convoys. Not good. We don't have many of those. Submarines. Those jerks. They're hitting our subs. We are in trouble. On the other hand, we have a decent amount of extra. Yeah, Venezia to Boston, not really actually all that required, go figure. We'll need the metal, but we don't need the energy. We'll get rid of it. There. We still have an extra 50 a day. Alright. like I said, just sort of fall back. We need to withdraw. This was not anticipated. The Soviet striking first was definitely not anticipated, unfortunately. Alright, will that help? Alleviate. There we go. Good, producing bombers at full efficiency. Why did that suddenly go down in November? And that shouldn't have counted for anything. Whatever. You know what? Varna sounds like a great place for a rocket test site. Sure, let's go there. Production technology. More importantly, we can now research rocket engines. Considering the amount of officers we have, I'm just going to throw everything we got into that right now. Rocket engine will be important. It'll be very important so we can get strategic rocketry later. It's kind of nice because that's also, I believe... yeah, it's going to be one of the pieces that we need for radar guide missiles as well. And hopefully we'll have everything else done soon. Man, I don't need that much. That should do. A little extra because we're going to be losing territory. I want to shrink this front. And then I'm going to increase the size of the front again and just go with what I said before. We're going to do a sort of back and forth meat grinder here. It's going to cost us a lot of troops. Like, we've already lost about 100. But, I'll bet you anything. Yeah, they're losing out on a lot too. They started this war with around 700. So, they're bleeding. They're bleeding. So are we, but hopefully our bleed will be cut by the fact that we have allies helping us. Damn, do we need that help. Okay, good. Looks like the UK is starting to win back against the Japanese here. And I think the US is starting to win. I think. It's hard to say. It'll likely be a while before the Japanese lose out on anything. And it appears they've managed to take over a decent quantity of land down here. France, what the fuck? What the absolute fuck, France? There are what appears to be 141 theaters. You know what? I'm done. Good night, everyone. Thank you, everybody, for watching. This has been your lovely, lovely host, Kelvin. I don't have a fucking clue what France is doing. Signing off.